Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am sharing with you my February favorites, and I had quite a few hair favorites as opposed to beauty favorites in February because I decided that, you know what, it's time for me to start taking the time to do my hair, because I will spend, like 45 minutes on my makeup in the morning, and then when it comes to my hair, like I kid you not, sometimes it takes me like 2 minutes to do my hair. I'll just put it up in a bun. So I made it a point to start fixing my hair more and just, I don't know, giving it like some style and texture. Since I did have it cut into like this bob style, like muds back, I was like, I need to really start fixing this. So yeah, I've got a lot of hair favorites. I still have beauty favorites and some like fragrance favorites. So if you guys are interested in watching my February favorites, then just keep on watching. So the first product I want to talk about is kind of what led me on my hair journey this month, and that is the Bumble and Bumble Repair Blow Dry. And this is basically a cream that you put in your hair while it's still wet or damp before you blow dry, and it's supposed to repair your hair. I don't necessarily think it's going to get rid of all your split ends, but this, and like, I don't ever rave about hair products because I've never really found hair products that work for my hair because my hair's so dry. But I noticed this immediately when I used it. My hair was so much more softer. It literally looked like when you go to the salon and you have like a blowout. It just looks really healthy, really shiny. It feels soft, and you only need a little bit of this product. It is pretty expensive. It's $30 for this full-size bottle. They don't have any trial size on Sephora right now, but this had a 5-star rating on Sephora, which is what kind of led me to buy it. I read like seriously all the reviews on this, and there was not one bad review at the time. There may be now, but yeah, it's like, all I can say is this is incredible. If you have dry, damaged hair or just really coarse hair, you need this in your life. So the next product is also from Bumble and Bumble, and it is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil, and this is the primer version. They have a regular one that's just the oil, and this is the primer. It reminds me a lot of the Dava Curl like leave-in conditioner. I used to use that a lot. It's basically like a spray cream that you spray on your hair. You can use it on damp or dry hair. I prefer to use this on dry hair. Since it is a primer, it's supposed to help elongate your style, or not elongate, help with the longevity of your style. So I like to use this on dry hair. I don't really notice a difference when I use it on my wet hair. And this is a sample size, so you get a pretty good amount. I think it was $9 for this. But yeah, I use this as basically like my heat protectant and a primer, and again, I think it helps with like the shine to your hair. I think it does help with the like curls lasting in your hair, especially if you're gonna do like something like really loose waves. It just helps to kind of amp it up and help it last longer. So yeah, this is a sample size, but I've really been liking it, and I probably will buy the full size. Next, I have two products, and one I want to recommend you guys to buy, and one I want you guys to like reconsider if you are thinking about purchasing it, because the product that I like better is a lot cheaper. So I've had this L'Oreal Boost It High Lift Creation Spray. It's supposed to give your hair like instant like fullness. And then I also bought this Dry Bar Triple Sec 3-in-1 texture spray. Now technically this is not labeled, the L'Oreal one is not labeled as a texture spray, but that's what I use it for. It is like 1,000 times better than this Dry Bar one. Like, I spray this Dry Bar texture spray in my hair, and it's like spraying air in my hair. Like, I don't feel anything. Like, it doesn't give my hair any texture. It's just literally like spraying air with a fragrance in my hair. So I just got the sample size of this, and it was pretty expensive. I think this was like 12 bucks for the sample or the travel size version. So if you're looking for a good texture spray, the L'Oreal Boost It High Lift Creation Spray, I've been using this for like probably about 3 months now, and I just absolutely love it. Anytime I want my hair to have like more volume or more texture, I just spray it in, and it does an amazing job of holding the style of my hair, as well as just giving my hair more of that like tousled look. So moving on to makeup, as you guys can probably tell today, I have a pretty sheer makeup look going on. I posted a blog post earlier today over my favorite sheer makeup products. So I'm wearing most of those today, and one of those is a product that I got in February, and I've been wanting to try for the longest time, and I just always put off ordering it. And it's the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. And this is in the shade Saint Mortiz. And it is like my darker shade, or it's called medium 1. I hate how they do that. Like their foundations are called medium 1, but then they'll have like a really weird name. So medium 1 or Saint Mortiz is the shade that I'm in right now. And this stuff is legit thebomb.com. Like, okay, first of all, it is borderline an actual foundation. When you put this on, it is literally like a light to medium coverage. I mean, it gives you just the most radiant, like perfect coverage. I just can't even, I've never used a tinted moisturizer that has felt like this and that has looked like this and that has stayed on all day. It has a really pleasant scent to it, almost like a cucumber smell. And whenever you apply it, I like to apply it with a certain brush, which I'm going to show you guys right after this because it's also been one of my favorites this month. But when you apply this, it just glides on so smooth. It's refreshing, it goes on smooth, it goes on even, and that's the problem I have with tinted moisturizers a lot of the time, is that when I put them on, since they have an SPF in them, they tend to like stick in areas. They just don't buff on very well. This is just phenomenal. I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna wear this every day in the summertime and not even bother like with any of my foundations or BB creams. I feel like this is going to be the one for me. So if you guys are looking for just like that perfect kind of light medium coverage product, this is phenomenal. So I also wanted to talk about some brushes, and I used one of these brushes in my last Get Ready With Me, and these are the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Buff Series Collection. I think that's what it's called. I will have it listed down below. I got mine off Hot Look for like 14 bucks, but they're on the BH Cosmetics website for I think 21, which still is a great deal because you get, these aren't the only brushes that come in the set, by the way. There's probably like at least 10 brushes that come in the set, but they're basically meant for foundation and like cream contouring and like concealing. There's a lot of precision brushes in the kit, but these are my favorites. The one that is my most favorite is the one that I have been using for my tinted moisturizers and even foundations, and they don't have names, but it's the more rounded top foundation brush. This applies my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue and the NARS Radiant Tinted Moisturizer so perfectly. I absolutely love this brush for that. And then you have more of an angled buffer. This works really well for my contour shades. It fits really good in the hollows of my cheek. And then this is more of a flat top, smaller it's not really a kabuki, just a brush. I like to apply my concealer with this brush. So if you guys need a good like buffing slash contour brush set, I would highly suggest to check this collection out. Like I said, you get at least 10 brushes in the set for sure. And it's on BH Cosmetics website. I just checked last night and it was $21 I think. So I will have that listed down below. So keeping with the sheer favorite, my thing keeps falling. I know, I'm aware of it. Like, this is a really lazy cardigan that I got at Forever 21, but I love it, and if it keeps distracting you, I'm sorry. But keeping with the sheer favorites, this was also listed in my blog post that I got up today for my favorite sheer products. And this is the new Urban Decay Sheer Revolution lipstick. And I have it on right now. It's in the shade Sheer Rapture. And, you know, I bought this product with not like much high expectation for it, which sounds really bad because, you know, I kind of feel like if I didn't even think I was gonna like it, why did I buy it? But, you know, I was kind of on a, you know, spendy feeling moment, as Amelia Leona would say, in Sephora, and I just saw this and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. And I really liked the Sheer Rapture because it was a nice berry color, and when you swatch them on your hand, they actually don't look that sheer. I mean, they look like they give a lot of color payoff, but I mean, like when you put them on your lips, they are pretty sheer. So I absolutely love this formula. I have 2 of the regular Urban Decay Revolution lipsticks, and like I'm not a fan of those. They didn't really do much for me. I think they're overpriced, and I wore them like twice. So that's why I was kind of hesitant to try these, but I absolutely love this one, and I really want to get another one. The only thing is the color selection in these are kind of limited. You don't have a lot of neutral shades. They have Walk of Shame, which is literally like a clear lip balm, and then other than Rapture, and I think there's one called Liar, they're all pretty vibrant colors. So there's not very many neutral colors, but this one is just super gorgeous. Like, I love it, and it feels amazing on the lips. It doesn't dry my lips out, and it's just super creamy. The perfect amount of coverage. You know, it is a bit on the sheer side, but not so sheer that you know, you can see like patches of your lip peeking through. So yeah, I have been enjoying this lippy this month. So moving on to a blush I have been loving. This is a beauty. Like, again, it's a product that I had always seen and I really wanted to try, but I just never did. And so finally I ordered it, and I'm so glad I did. And it is MAC's Mineralized Blush in the shade Petal Power. And first of all, I love MAC's Mineralized Blush line. I wish they had more colors like they did in their regular blush line, but there's a pretty good selection. There's probably like 10 to 12 colors in the Mineralized line, but this color right here is very similar to NARS's Orgasm, except I think it is more pigmented. Like, when you swatch it, I feel like it has more pigment to it, and it has a bit more of that golden undertone to it. It's a gorgeous pink with gold shimmer in it. So whenever I wear this blush, I do not have to wear a highlight. It literally highlights my cheekbones for me, and it's just an all-around beautiful blush. I just have found anytime I want to look, you know, like radiant and glowing with a hint of pink, this has been the blush for me. And it's also multi-purpose. You know, you don't have to use a highlighter when you put this blush on. You can just, you know, put this on, you got your highlight, you got your blush, you can go. So this has been definitely my most worn blush this month, and I just, yes, go for it. Go for it if you are thinking about it. Moving on to a foundation. This is one that I splurged on this month for my birthday, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw, and it is the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation. Again, I bought this based off of the recommendation of a YouTuber I love watching named Destiny Godly. I mentioned her, I think in my last favorites video, but she did a review recently on the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel, and it looks so good on her. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to try this. So it is a pretty pricey foundation. The best way that I can describe this to you guys is an amped up version of MAC Face and Body, which is one of my all-time favorite foundations. So this basically is a sheer to... It's like a sheer to light coverage, but buildable. So you can build this up to a solid medium coverage. I wouldn't say that, you know, it's going to be like that full coverage masking foundation, because it's definitely not. But I really like that about this, that it's super buildable. You know, if I want more coverage with it, I can go in with more, and it's very comfortable on the skin. I would say if you have more of a dry to normal skin type, you would probably like this better. If you're more combo or oily, I still think that this would work for you. Again, I think you're just gonna have to set it with a powder product. But overall, you know, it does have a dewy finish, but not an overly dewy finish. It's just kind of a really unique, interesting foundation, and I have been loving wearing it. It also mixes well with other foundations. I have been mixing it with my my MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation to give a little bit more of a natural finish, since this is more matte. And it works really great. So if you've been thinking about this foundation, I think it will be great for the summertime, since it isn't, you know, that full coverage heavyweight foundation formula. I think that it's going to be perfect for like the spring and summer months. Okay, so last product is a fragrance, and this is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black Perfume. I think that's what it's called. There's a Nirvana black and a Nirvana white. And I don't know what like drew me to this. I think I got a sample in the mail and I smelled of it, and it's a very interesting smell. Not one that I would typically go for, but I don't know what it is about it. It's very musky. It has like a wooden or like that wood scent to it, and a vanilla smell. But then it almost has like a baked scent to it, like there's some type of baked good hidden in this little bottle. I don't know how, I suck at describing stuff, but that's just what it smells like to me. Okay, so that is it for my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As usual, please leave your monthly favorites down below so I can check those out. Also, leave your suggestions for any videos you would like to see from me in the upcoming months, and I will try to get around to doing those. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!